Hello friends, it's Stephanie from Behind the Designs, and today I'm going to be setting up my June traveler's notebook, and then just kind of going through, I have in my mind 5 simple steps for setting up your planner for the month. So we're going to kind of review those as I do all this. So what I'm going to do is start out with the covers. So as you know, in my last video, I talked about what cover I was going to use for June. And I was unsure, but in the end, let me show you. So I'm going to just move these out of the way. Okay, so in the end, which you probably already guessed, is I decided to go with Jordan. So I do have narrow books. Narrow will fit in wide. And it doesn't go in any way, shape, or form. But that's the beauty of setting up a traveler's notebook. You can do with it what you'd like. It's not structured to, a certain view of how you should be planning. You set it up your way. So I will be using Jordan for at least the first half of the month, because I did order a cover that I was going to use, but again, I'm leaning towards the Jordan. So Jordan will be the first of the month, and then this one will be the second half, which is this gorgeous beauty is called Hazel. So my understanding is that, and you can see a few here, Hazel will mark up, like it kind of, takes its beating, so to speak. But let me move this, I can show you. But like this was why. So like see how great that looks together, just, the browns. Brown goes with red or pink or whatever color that is. So this is what I'll be going into for the second half. So there'll be no surprise in that respect. You'll know what I'm going to be doing, at least cover-wise. Maybe I'll do something different. So stay tuned for more. I'm just going to put this lovely beauty back in the bag and put it off aside because I want to get started. Okay, so I have this book that we're going to work in. Let me bring over my current system, or setup, I should say, because there's something relevant to this book. Okay, so in this current setup, May, I have my plan book, there's one of my empty days, my journal, and I'm again not in frame. So every time I, straighten out things and make room, somehow I still have not enough room. Go figure. All right, so I have my plan book, my journal, and then I added this book in for just like scratch notes, just like literally brain dump, ideas, thoughts, workout plans, whatever. I'm glad I didn't actually start writing in it yet, because although that's what I will do with this, I am going to switch this for this. So this is actually going to become what it says on the cover, notes. I am going to continue with the journal for June because I didn't fill it up just yet. So that's how I am going to work it for June. So I'm going to need this. I am going to need this. Okay, so we have journal, notes, and then the planner. And they're all going to go into Jordan. So I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way again. And then I'm going to bring this over. We're going to put in, let me get the string out. I think I got this here. Just trying to make sure it doesn't twist up on me. There we go. Okay, so notes. Now, I had pondered keeping this first. So you know what? Again, it doesn't match. I'm not worried about it. I'm going to go with it. If this is going to be the place that I keep brain dump or notes, like on the go current when I'm carrying this, then that kind of needs to be up front. Then I will put this one on the last string. Okay. And then this one we're going to work with, and that will be sandwiched between those two. And let's get these in there. I'm going to kind of do this quickly, this part, because this part's going to take longer. So I have one set of each of the journal cards. What I did was I kept the other set in my workhorse, which is my Olivia. So every time I get the cards, I split the stickers and the cards, and a set goes in here and a set goes in here. Okay, so for now, let me just get these tucked in so that I don't lose them. So here's those. This is going to go on this cover. And I think for that, I don't want to use green. Let me use a sand color. Hold on. Okay, let me just use this one. It's kind of like a pale beige. That'll work just great. Okay, and then I still have my June calendar kind of up front. I can see at a glance the date. And this one, when I'm finished, is going to go on the cover. So I will tuck that off aside. I do have 2 clips. You know, these are Ollie clips that I'm sure anyone in the Traveler's Notebook arena must have at least one of these. It's got to be for sure. Here's the thing. When I ordered these, I ordered this lot. This is jumbo. I don't own a jumbo. I accidentally ordered jumbo, and I think I wanted the large. So I was going to see what it looked like because it's big. So let's go ahead. Let me show you. I mean, that's how big it is. Look how big this thing is. It's a monster. But for the purpose of, hold on, is this the wrong way? I think it's supposed to go this way because it has the, no, that's going to leave, here, let's do this. Okay, let me go back to the way I had it. This thing is just a beast. Okay, for now, let me just clip this on. I don't know that that's going to stay there, but it's there. I have stickers, which I'm going to need for this. I have the washi, same thing. I have a few Tombow. And for now, I'm going to tuck this off aside. I have something else I'm going to bring out when I get to that point. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do is set this book up. So what I like to do when I get the books is just kind of, you know, stretch them out a bit. And as you remember, this has only, the month plan book only has 2 goal pages, and then there's weeks and then days. And I just kind of bend them back a bit. It just helps because they're stitched that it keeps the pages a little more flexible. And I'll do about half, only because I have a plan and I'm going to see how well I can stick to it. Because again, I don't want to take too long. So I talked about, you know, my 5 simple steps for setting up your planner. And the number 1 tip I can offer you is, if you're someone who always seems to be short of time, which I think we all are, my number 1 tip for setting up your planner for a month, or to be on target with your planner for a month, is to set up the entire month. So, you know, this June book, I've done that with the past 2 months. I go through and I set up the entire book, and then I'm ready to go. So when I say set up the book, I mean diving into this. So you do your month, you do goal. So setting up means decorating. In your month, because your month is your overview, you're going to, you know, enter your bills and paydays, events, birthdays, anniversaries, school events. If you do social media, you may want to, you know, incorporate that as well, depending on how you run your systems. So that's my second tip, is to enter all your information into your monthly overview. So I'm going to jump in with my month. And now here's the thing, the washi. So this washi kind of matches with this look. There's these flowers, which I don't know. I mean, they could be like wildflowers on a beach. I'm not sure. And then there's this gorgeous color. They're florals, and I use this actually already. The reason they're open is because I already used them in my business setup. And I love how it turned out. But I'm thinking in this one, I'm going to mostly do a summery kind of thing. So I don't know if I'm going to use these two. So let me get started down here. The other thing you can do, if you have, you know, been following or getting planner kits all along from Planner Perfect, is you likely have some washi that will work as a complement. I was going to look and I actually totally forgot. See, this washi tape, print-wise, is off for me as a left-hander. I say left-hander, but you know what? I do everything right-handed. I'm one of those people. Okay. I'm not going to run it to the other side. So let me just get this cut. I got 2 more blocks on this side. So let's get that in there. Again, let me fumble. So let's see. This one I just have to raise up a bit. Okay. So cute this washi is. And it's so beachy. Love it. Now in my like catch-all everyday carry, I don't like do much decorating, I should say. I am going to, I think, put this up here. So I just stepped off to get my whiteout tape. I'm going to go ahead and white this out. Because all I want to do is add the washi over here as well. You can take your washi all the way to the end of the page or not. Again, totally up to you. So I'm also going to put a few over here. All right. So I am going to grab. So I know that there's, let's see, Father's Day, summer begins, and there is I think I'm going to use red. I think I'm going to use tan and red. So let's do this. So I'm pretty sure the 20th is the first day of summer. And we're going to, I don't know, there's something about the crab I like. I'm going to grab him. I'm going to put that down here. It's so crab-taculous, is it? That's not quite fitting. So let me put him back. We'll use him in another time. And I'll grab the umbrella. Let's pitch an umbrella. All right. So with this, I now need to look at finding a red. But because I covered this up over here, I'm just going to kind of write over the word that's here. So, you know, I'm using Tombow 992. Okay. So it just, you know, adds in the date over on this other side. So for the red, I may bring over this mild liner because I don't want it too dark. All right. That being said, there is, let's see, June 13th. We already marked summer. This is a birthday. Ouch, that was really dark. And then I think the 15th is Father's Day. I don't want to mark it wrong. I probably should have looked that up. I won't mark it yet, but I'll highlight it and then I'll write it in what is there. So this is sort of a mini plan with me. I need, hold on. Okay. So what I did was I grabbed my friction pen because that's the pen I choose to write in. All right. And then all I do down the side is, you know, basically make notes. So they're usually bulleted. I am going to, I'm going to take this. I do know that there's certain dates that I am going to be doing something. Because as I said, this calendar incorporates everything. So it's business, it's personal, it's all the things. So then we have, I'm just going to go through and, okay, I think I'm going to leave it at that. All right, so in essence, this is now all set up. I do need to mark, I'll use this color for, okay. And let's see, I got birthdays. These are the events I know. I did some social media. I know what days those are. Bills I have to check. Okay, so this is the month. It's done. Now, when I say set up the month, I mean set up the entire month. To me, this is the entire month. So my month is done. I'm going to go into my goal pages. And for that, I am going to do, it's a little, because I don't want to use, I want to keep it beachy. So let's do this. Oh, this is down here. Yeah, it makes it hard on this. So you know what? Maybe I'll do the side. Yeah, that won't look too bad. All right. I am going to start my weeks and then the dailies. I won't finish them all because, you know, that would just make the video super, super long. But I want to give you an idea of what I do. Again, the 5 simple steps to set up my month so that I'm on track and ready to go. So that if you're struggling, you can do the same thing. Sometimes seeing how someone else does it helps a little bit. And I think I've probably done like everything, it seems anyway. All right. So in essence, these are my goals. Let's see, sticker wise, I want to put this down here. And then I'm going to use my crab farther up. Looks kind of bare at the top. Let's put one more up here. Okay, so here's my goals, ready to be written in. And if you remember, I said in the May book, it has this last week. And then also in the June book, you have the last week with one daily. So you can choose to fill this in, or you can tape it maybe together if you don't want to. But here is my week. Super bare, but super simple. I don't do sticker kits on my weeks. I literally use the supplies that come in the box. I might pull out some of the older stickers or washi from the kit, but as a rule, I don't do sticker kits during the week because I just would never get anything done because there's just not enough time in the day. And I'm not worried if the pattern is getting cut off, but again, those are my choices. This is just to show you how easy it is to get going. It will be a slightly longer video, but again, it'll give you a highlight of what I do. So what I do once I go to my month first, always, I set this up, then I transfer this information to the week and then the dailies. Because once I do my week, like I might look at it as an overview, but then I look at my dailies. So we are what, 5/2 or 6/2? Okay, so that means anything business I put on the right side and anything personal I put on the left. So I have, so it was 2/4 or 2/16. Okay, right, we're only doing a week. Why am I thinking a whole month? Let's not. Simple. I might throw in a sticker or two. I haven't used one of these cute things before. Let's use this little hat. And let's grab a little ice cream. Why not? So let's put a hat here. Simple. My plans and my month, my dailies, weeklies, they don't have to be super decorated for it to be functional for me. So again, if I wasn't doing this on film or camera trying to, show you how I set up, then I might take a little bit more time, put in a few other things, but for the most part, this is it. So now I go into, now you have your dailies. So this would be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday. So your Saturday and Sunday only get one page. So all I do, we're going to go through this first week. So that's here. And again, since I don't have a matching, let's say, I think instead of doing that, I'm going to go across the top. So you're noticing me putting these stickers here. I put them here so that I can see exactly where the page edge is so that I don't go over it because I don't want to have to trim it. All right. Now, everyone has a choice how they like to do their washi. I don't like how it will buckle up, so I just tend to take an X-Acto and I just kind of slice it through the seam. Just gently, so that it will lay into the page. And I use this to kind of tuck it down. All right. So here is my first day. It's a 2-page spread. So this day is Monday the 2nd. So, you have a number of different ways you can do this. In May, I had done the day across the bottom or across the center, and I kind of broke things up that way. But then I realized I'm not sure if I really like that. So I am not going to do that. I think I'm going to use tan again. And all I'm going to do is do just letter. Sometimes I will use a pencil and a ruler. I'll put a line in, but not always. And let's see. Let me make sure this is the right color. Okay. The other thing you'll want to do, again, in your month, unless you feel it's relevant only to a day, is transfer your information from your prior month into your new book, if it's something that needs to be carried over. So we're looking at Monday the 2nd. I forgot to put the date. All right. And so I'm going to give it a little bit more. So there's a couple different ways you can do this. You can script through it. You can outline it. I was actually going to script through it, but now I think I'm going to outline it. In any part that I can in this video, I'll speed up for you. All right. So easy peasy. How you structure your daily page is entirely up to you. So when I was doing it in the middle, I was doing like important or time sensitive dates up here. And then here I was kind of doing a short bullet list. Again, I'm not entirely into scripting just yet. I'm still ironing it out. And then over here I would do, a journal of the day. So how I thought the day went. So if I do that going into June, I'm not sure yet. It kind of changes with it. Each month I do something a little different just to test different ways. And then here we are to the next week. So I would carry the same thing over into every day, same setup. And then I, again, do the week the same way. And then I'm looking at this and I don't like that I didn't do the 2. Okay, a little sloppy, but you get the picture. All right, now on this day, I may or may not throw in stickers. It depends. It's a Monday, so you know what? Let's just throw in this fun little drink. And no rhyme or reason. I don't know what I'm going to write where always, but I'm just going to pop it wherever. And this is my wherever. All right, so there's my weeks. So now I will take this process and I will carry it throughout the entire book. Whole month, all set up. I use everything that came in the kit. Sometimes I'll switch over. Like this may get a bit low and I might switch over, or I might see if I have a different washi tape to from a prior kit to kind of throw in there. And then I do all my entering on my calendar. My calendar is my go-to. That filters over to the week, to the day. And then, again, migrate any information from your prior month into your new monthly book. set up all your daily and weekly pages, which I started to do. I will finish off camera. And then the last thing you can do, the fifth thing you can do to help you get started in a month without any lag time is to basically take your journal and set up a few pages in your journal. So the easiest thing you can do is setting up using watercolor. So if you give your page like an aged look, that is probably going to be the easiest and best way to do it. So again, that's just a tip. I am going to pop this back in here for now. So again, that will be carried out throughout the whole plan book. All right, I'm going to leave this white one here. I think I may change. I need to get a different size. But let me show you the last thing I'm going to add in. Although I could use this too. That's kind of a sand color. Maybe. We'll see. Okay, so I have one more thing to show you. All right, so I had placed an order with Tailored Plan, and I had the concept of using the blue, and I ordered something from her shop. This is my first order from Taylor, and she too is an ambassador of Planner Perfect. I purchased these with the idea, I knew I was going to use blue, but I'm going to put them in anyway. But let me show you. Okay, so as I said, in the second half of the month, I'll go to Hazel, but these are things I purchased knowing that I was going to go into Hazel. Oops. She sent along these lovely little book page pieces, which are great for journaling. So this could be the kickstart of a few of my journal pages. So I love that. So I've got these pages. Oh, and this came too. I didn't order this. This is so adorable. Oh my gosh, she's so nice. Thank you, Taylor. Oh my gosh. Okay, and then I got a cute little heart and a personalized note from Taylor. That is so sweet. Look at how rich that is. Oh my gosh, I love that. All right. So I've got that clip, and then let's get this open. Let me cut it, because if I don't, it's going to cut the page, and I kind of want to keep the page. So hopefully I don't cut what's in it. Okay. So in Taylor's shop, she has these adorable little ribbons. Look at how cute this is. This is simply adorable. And it has all these little pieces in it. So like there's this little velour ribbon, some lace, and then of course there's that same material. So as you can see, when I use Hazel, this is going to look gorgeous in here, right? And what you do, what most people do, is they clip it in the inside of the book, or you can use it as a tassel inside a book or just use it as decoration. But I'm not sure how many use mine, but you put it in that way, and look at how gorgeous this blue goes. So that's going to be a really pretty setup, but I'm not into Hazel just yet, but I still think they will look amazing. So I am going to put them in here. Now let me see if I get this right. So I put it in on the string, if I can keep it open. I keep losing the little knob. I probably should have put this in before I put the book in. Okay, I think I got it. All right. A little struggle there, but isn't that adorable? And look at this. I love this blue. Even this blue, or the brown with this blue, looks amazing. Let's see. Look at that. And then I still have this cute little bow. And just getting little fuzzies off. That I like to keep something on my day. So let's say come Monday, this is Monday the 2nd. So what I will likely do is this will go on my day, just like this, so that I can easily find where my day is. I don't know that I'll use this. This is rose gold, but I will hold on to it. And then look at me. I am all set and ready to go. In fact, I'm going to carry my friction pen with me this time. And now I'm all ready to go. So I do, again, I will off camera finish all of the month. It'll all be the same. Right now I'm not doing weekly spreads just because doing it this way keeps me on target. So just as a quick review, 5 simple ways to set up your planner for the best productivity is to set up the entire month. So the entire plan book, if you create your own monthly page in a book, set the entire month, all 30 or 31 days, whichever month you're in. You're going to go through and enter all your events and information. So bills, paychecks, birthdays, school events, if you have kids, work schedule, if you do different times. And then you're going to go prep a few of your journal pages so that you're all ready to start journaling. You're going to, that's the last step, and you're going to migrate your prior month's info into your new calendar if you need to. And then you're going to go through and set up all your daily and weekly pages. So yeah, look at me. Look at this. How cute is this? I kind of like for summer, the no, charms and jingles and so forth, because I feel like it just gets in the way. So I am loving how this came out. Again, I don't know if I like the white clip with the white card, so that's why I'm thinking I might change it to a different one. But for now, I'm going to leave it. So enough gushing. Thank you, Taylor, so much for this gorgeous extra ribbon that I got. I love it. And I'm excited for this one because, again, I chose the blue because it's my older brother who has passed. It's his birth month. And so his favorite color was blue. So I'm setting it up in his honor. And I'll go to hazel, kind of get that beachy, sandy look. And no matter what one I use, my ribbons, these gorgeous little ribbons from Tailored Plan, is going to go in both setups. So I love that. It's going to be an easy peasy month, I think. So there you go. I'm chit-chatting. Enough said. So there is your 5 simple steps to setting it up. And for me, I will be held accountable because you will see that my pages are set up right after this video. So I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And if you like this video, I hope you hit that like button. If you want to see more of my videos, hit that subscribe button as well as the bell icon. And that is it for today.